I'll be racking the delicious party Precure episode 42. I'll give it like number 10 on Crunchyroll's website. And now I'll be starting off my reaction in 2, 1, and go. I was looking at the cute little Toei mascot. I think it's pretty adorable, if you ask me. You know, it really doesn't make sense to offend all big dots though, because actually, because there had to be someone close to them that has just a lot of access to information. Yo, okay, this actually explains a lot. Damn, the way he says, I'm like, no shame at all. Oh shit, oh man, I love Kobe-san just so Ryan's face, like the utter shock and disbelief. Like this episode so far, you can just feel the characters wear their emotions on their figurative sleeves. I love detail like that because I think detail like that is nice, beautiful, and pristine, all things considered. But I just love how this episode has such an epic tone. But then you have this beautiful sunshine-filled opening, just straight up start. Not that I'm not, y'all know me. When it comes to Precure, I love how the series is filled with figurative sunshine and rainbows. And also, Kome's just a bundle of joy. Well, I'm saying that now that I'm really deep into the series, my favorite Precure mascot, at least as someone who has seen the Precure series, oh, sup, Ghost Tab. Just so you know, Ghost Tab, I'm not going to be able to do 14 anime today. I'm going to react to. Yeah, I'm not going to do Angel next door today. I'm going to do that somewhere in the week. This week's been fucked up, schedule wise, because my channel's just been. So I've just worked more overtime hours. So in case you're wondering why you didn't see a lot of reactions, I've just been working a lot more hours. In case you're wondering, a lot more. So I'm just gonna react to like the big animes today. It's decent, but I honestly don't not too hyped for it. I gotta focus on the big shows. I gotta focus on this, Digimon, Tokyo Revengers, Nier Ultima, and Trigun Stampede. Everything else will be coin flips, but Angel, I really don't have much faith in Angel being amazing. At least when it comes to the release night. I didn't like the trailer, but I'll give it a shot though. Oh, I love this fucker's salty. I mean, I don't like the trailers. I mean, it could be good for all I know. Oh, they're really so fucking cute. Yo, someone looks like you want someone that. Oh man, I love that face. Looks like a guy who's ready to show out right now. And I'm assuming his is gonna be stronger than usual. Although I just funny, he's summoned and he goes, "Sorry, Ubazo." Yet this guy was able to take them all out without having to summon that. Yeah, but sadly though, that's what happens to Trigun, unfortunately. You know, I kind of don't mind because it kind of sucks for our boy Black Panther though, because every single time he has a chance of showing it, it's like, oh no, you got to heal. Oh no, your fight's on screen. I'm like, bruh, when is the boy gonna get a break talking to me? He always drops every single time. He does. Hey, I wouldn't be surprised if he fails in confessing. No, he's not even gonna be able to confess. He's not gonna have the guts. I bet you he's not gonna have the guts. Well, that's convenient. No, seriously, it would have been nice. Okay, this feels kind of rushed because I would have liked to have seen a dedicated episode towards Black Pepper training on screen, not let's just have it happen off screen for the most part. Like this series can waste time on slice of life episodes, but not training episodes. Don't get me wrong, this is still a good episode, but Erica's priorities are wrong sometimes. It's like instead of slice of life episodes, give us a training episode. I would have loved to have seen Takumi actually get trained by Cinnamon to learn how to heal. This fighting's actually good, though. I'll give it credit. And Garatsu, oh, I forgot Secret 2 existed. Even then, though, I still hope we get to see her react to a confession, though, because it'd be disappointing. You would be a disappointing character, and Takumi would be if we don't even get to hear a confession. Um, hmm, is that really the case, though? Well, hey, it's nice finally get to see Godot's perspective on things, though. I like how the guy takes away things from other people is saying that to Cinnamon. That's adorable. Unless he, unless it's implying that Gadatsu's actually in love with Cinnamon's wife. That's the only thing I can imagine for him saying something like that. You know, that's true, Ghost Tab. As much as it's Precure, Precure doesn't really know how to handle subtlety. He wouldn't be able to. The thing is, though, if it's not going to handle romance, Ghost Tab, why bother teasing it? Why bother if you're not going to do anything? Don't even have romance. That's what drags the series down because Tropical Road Precure and Delicious Party Precure, they at least do not to bother with romance. So they didn't tease it. This series teased it, and I'll no wait. If it does something with it, I'll be impressed. But yeah, it's probably you're gonna end up being right. It's gonna do nothing. You're gonna be 99% right. Now I wouldn't go that far, Ghost Tab. I guess that's whoa. Okay, that's some dang amazing animation. Yeah, yo, Cinnamon's impressive. Yo, this man is showing me more stuff in a single episode than Takumi showing in like the whole series. And it sort of did it without transforming. That's yo, that's amazing. It kind of does feel like a bait ghost app. No, it is bait. You're right. It's chip baiting. And you know what annoys me? Nico Jimmy did it too a few seasons ago. It baited that the main male character, Asahi, was gonna confess to Yume, and it never happened after 100 episodes. That series is even longer than this one. It romance baited for 100 episodes, 90 plus episodes. It romance baited us for 90 episodes. It did nothing. Absolutely nothing. It ended up being one of the biggest disappointments from what I've heard. Because I read that it didn't do anything at all. It built up multiple episodes, an arc of potentially of a main character confessing and did nothing, and it was also a Metro Girl anime. It was another Metro Girl anime. Ah! 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 And I really love the anime. Up until season 2. Season 2 is when it went south. Okay, I mean, I'm not gonna blame him for not having to declare war though, but still though. And you know what's a shame? Magical animes in the past Ghost Up had romantic confessions. You had in Tokyo Mew Mew, its main character there confessed to its male main character. Well, one of the male main characters. In Princess Tutu, you at least you didn't have a confession because the main character was going to be completely turned to a neck if she confessed. But in that series, at least you had the main character convey her feelings, even though she couldn't directly confess. And you did have other characters confess. I don't know why this series that's modern can't have a confession after it builds up a romantic subplot. That's what. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy this series, but this makes Delicious Party Precure a disappointment. And hey, I'm gonna call it out. Okay, but in saying that, it's back to the action. Finally, because the transformations are taking a while. Okay, now this is awesome. Where was this from Toei Weeks? Now this is the Precure I want to see. There are multiple characters moving on screen, Sakuga, creative action, characters utilizing their touch distractions. Seriously, where was this Precure from? I mean, where was this? Literally had like in like the double digits of multiple episodes being made from an action standpoint. And it's like this series woke up starting the last 2 weeks. Holy cow. All this is really the to had amazing. I'd be surprised if the party candle attack actually had an effect on Kudatsu. I have a feeling at best it's gonna make him retreat for the most part. Aw, I mean, in a way, talking to me is kind of like Denji. Though. He tries to pursue the romantic. He puts his life in danger to try to pursue the romantic feelings with another girl. He kind of is like Denji. Only thing is, Denji has a higher chance of getting after him because I can't fathom a universe where talking is ever going to get after. I can fathom talking to you. I like when the universe like as if it's straight up flying. Oh, ah! I was looking at nature like this sports and next to this. I make you know this something else fully on. I think it's cute. No, then I don't think that'd be the case though. At least I believe anyway. Go with that. I mean, he's a lot stronger. That's probably why. I mean, Fennel's in a whole other league of power. Well then, I'm gonna. Monty's pretty tough to be able to take that damage. Yo, he was ditched. Yo, okay, now we know Godot's is the type of pump and dump. That's the type of man he is. Look at her. Look at his face. Oh, this confirms a lot about him. Holy snap. Mariah knows how to take it tough, but not secretary though. Secretary was just a pump and dump. So he was left high and dry. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to say that because that's exactly what happened. Wow. I honestly feel bad for her. No, I seriously don't. I'm not even being sarcastic. Oh man. No, I'm sorry. That just made me laugh. I honestly can't feel too bad for Sakura too because the series didn't do enough. It didn't show us enough of her past to make me care that much about her as a villain. Because out of the villains in this series, the only one that actually had kind of an arc was actually no, not Sisto did have kind of an arc, and so did Amane. I feel like they didn't do enough for Sakura though. I mean, she can be worth caring about if she changes her way though. Like if she tries to at least look at what she did wrong and try to change for the better, she can eventually she's never gonna become perfect, but she can eventually, hopefully, become the best version of herself that she can be. This really does show you a lot of growth for Amine because a few episodes ago, she wanted to save Nanasisto, and now she's encouraging Seka to recover. I'll give this series credit. Yui in the series has been a static character with almost no character development, but Amane's had a lot of character development. You know, I would feel Takami's pain if they actually would have shown this in an actual episode, not a flashback. Because the way they handled it was, it just felt super rushed. I mean, they really should have dedicated a full-on episode with Takumi and his father spending time with each other. It's a missed opportunity. And so, this is a great character animation from Takumi and amazing voice acting from his voice actor. It's just that without the build-up, it's kind of hard to feel the emotional weight of this scene because Tori rushed this series when they really should have just tried to slow things down, and they didn't do that. And no, Toei deserves no excuses because they really dragged their feet in some of the middle episodes of the series, which they do every single Precure series that I've seen so far. They do it every single time. It's like they're addicted to this. I mean, seriously, because they didn't just do it for this series; they did it for Digimon. They didn't just a problem for Precure. They did it for Digimon reboot. They did it for Gekiden no Katara 2018 in some episodes. Surprised that they controlled themselves in the past for anime like the Digimon Tamers. There is no fucking way it's gonna redo this. It does have, yeah. At least this season, Ghost Stop, the character building has been disappointing because it it does pointless shipping. Really hasn't grown much as a character. Takumi, he's obviously changed from being challenged. But the thing is, that most of the fights happen off screen. It happens off screen, so it's hard to care about him. He's a joke. The only character in the series that actually has a real arc is just Kotsune and Amine. That's it. Ranran's the same. Yui's the same. Kome is pretty much actually. I'll give Kome credit; she's decent. But they haven't done anything with Pam Pam or Mambo. You're right. And I've been thinking that for the last few weeks. Wait a minute. Is she is you? Oh wait. I really hope Marty has a plan because he is a little overpowered. I don't think I do like that. That's what I love about him. I mean, well, I'd say a good amount of anime are kind of like that Ghost Stab when it comes to them being kind of in a relationship. Yeah, but the thing is though, Shinobi no think he had no potential. That's the difference. This series had all the potential when it started out. Like the first 6 episodes were amazing, and then after that, it slowed down with some high peaks. Here and Well, I really do hope he does listen to the Yui's words because for them to keep it off, they need to be all in sync. They need to be working together to beat him because if they don't, they're doomed. Like Yui has a point. Hey, Marty ain't dead. What is she doing? How? Is she crazy? This dude literally has tried to kill them multiple times. don't finish off the main villain. That's smart. That's smart. That's so smart. Yeah, just relax. Yeah, that completely absolves Godotsu's sins of trying to torment the recipes of mind controlling children like freaking Amine. He should have shot Yui instead because she was dumb. She was stupid, absolutely stupid. Well, more like Yui was dumb. Because come on, this will not have happened if you would have allowed Takumi to at least blast him. No, Yui really doesn't understand much. Because you should have been able to see this whole like enough to be hard to change. That is actually true. Yui was selfish. I mean, it's this is he's not though. Really, Takumi got shot because he was saying that this man to be reformed. It is literally her fault. That's Takumi. Okay. Now, the Godot's finishes, if he tries to finish them off, then that'll be smart. But I'm sure he's. Thank you, a villain that actually tries to kill the good guys. That's smart. I wish Precure had more villains like this. Now, that's a good scene. Seeing Coleman actually rescue all of them. That's. Why doesn't Precure have more like this? Where you have villains try to kill the protagonist, but then they have their mascots rescue them, or the main characters rescue them. Why don't we have more moments like this? See, Chloe? That was so potential. Because you had a villain that wasn't dumb for the sake of being dumb, and you had your mascot there completely intelligent. You know, that's a good point. So, honestly, this episode is a disappointment. Let me explain why. The animation quality was amazing. So they did a great job in that. And Godot is actually a really great villain. I love him as a villain. Like he's great. He pushes Takumi to his emotional limits and challenges him. The issue I have with this episode is Yui. They really made Yui unintelligent because here's the thing. Yeah, you may not believe in completely killing your opposition, but couldn't have Yui told Takumi to at the very least knock him out? Oh, I don't know. At least have the attack aimed at Nox's leg so that he at the very least is temporarily immobilized, or at least have Takumi aim the blast, or at least have him do a physical attack on the head so that he's knocked out. Okay, fine. Don't kill him, but at the very least do an attack that can knock him out at the very least. You know, you have the characters just doing completely insensible things when they can do smart things. So I don't like how they look like Yui. The scenes involving talking don't have weight because I'm like, well, we didn't get to see a lot of it on screen. It happened off screen, so I'm not gonna get too hyped about it. There's just loads of things that disappointed about this episode. Like I'm not saying there were any positives. There were positives, but holy cow, it was kind of disappointing, narratively speaking. But hey, the preview for the next episode is also great. So I'm hyped up for next week. Hey, I like that mask over his head. And then speaking of which, something else about this episode too that kind of irks me the wrong way. It's like we're this deep in the series, and it's like Holy cow. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's cool that we're getting cool fights, but it's kind of sad that this streak of this episode, the previous one, and the one before that, it's kind of sad how before these 3 episodes, we had to streak a lot of mid episodes. And that's the thing about this. And that's the thing about this episode. It's like this episode showed me what Precure can be when Toei tries. But at the same time, this episode's weird because they also showed Toei with some of the worst tendencies for the most part. It's like, holy cow. And here's the thing about this episode that kind of irked me. Because I've seen other series where Toei, you have main villains in a situation where they're knocked into the ground. And some of the anime original productions, like say Digimon Ghost Game. I remember a few episodes ago, the main characters are defeating an enemy Digimon. You know, I want to know what they did to the enemy Digimon. They at least made the enemy Digimon, the main characters, so that they can't use their special attacks. They knock them out, put them out cold. That's what the main character... Yeah, Ghost Game has no story Ghost Tab, but at least when the Digimon are defeated, the main characters make sure that they're knocked out. Or in the case of Gekugeki no Gitaro, in that series, Ghost Tab, I'm not talking about shipping, I'm talking about how Toei handles them, the main characters defeating their villains. They're smarter because at least in that series, whenever a villain is defeated in a in Digimon Ghost Game, you have at the very least the good Digimon disable their main attacks, disable their power source. I'm not joking. Like Ghost Step, I'm really being serious because apparently a lot of people like this episode. I really got to be serious about this. Got to explain in detail why I did not like this episode, and I got to mention instances where Toei did things better. It wasn't just Digimon that also has its main characters and one antagonist. Well, there was a series called Gekugeki no Gitaro. In that series, you have its main character Gitaro. Whenever he defeats an enemy or has an enemy knocked down, he at the very least binds the movements of his enemy sometimes in that series. Like the main character there actually utilizes his brain. He uses a variety of techniques to bind their movements. When I was watching this episode, I'm like, is this really the same Toei that gave us Digimon or Gekugeki? Yeah, he uses his hair or uses internal electricity attacks to not kill the enemy, but at the very least disable them. Why couldn't we have had Yui just tell Takumi, don't kill him, but at the very least knock him out? That's my issue with this episode. They dumbified Yui. That's what I'm saying, Ghost Tab. That's why I had a problem with this episode. You don't have Yui utilize her brain or all her arsenal. And that's kind of annoying because it's like Yui has had 42 episodes of being a Precure fighter. She should be more experienced than this. She should know better. She's not a novice anymore. She's been doing this for 42 episodes now. This ain't her first time being a... Hell, I'm more impressed with Kome. That's the thing. They make her look like a novice. I'm more impressed with Kome. I'm surprised Kome came in clutch. I'm like, okay, Kome, you're impressing me. Yui, you're a disappointment. One of the most... Out of all the Precure series I've watched so far, Yui is by far the biggest disappointment I've seen for a Precure protagonist. She's a bigger disappointment than Nodoka. And that's saying a lot because Nodoka disappointed me, but Yui has left me more disappointed. That's what I'm saying. Kome has more brains. I care more about Kome than Yui, and that shouldn't be the case. That I should not be caring more about Kome than Yui. I should care more about Yui. Because in Healing Good, I cared more about Nodoka than Rate. And Tropical World, I cared about Manatsu and Kurudun equally. But the character I loved the most was Laura. This series, honestly, care more about Kome than Yui. That's not exactly a good thing. So that's why this episode disappointed me. I feel like Yui regressed as a character. The writing regressed, which is a shame because this had some of the best action in the whole series. It was nice seeing Takumi's raw emotion, but with things being rushed, I can in good conscience say, oh yeah, this episode's amazing, because I'm not going to. I'm not going to congratulate an episode that's rushed in a few departments that has its characters act unintelligently. I mean, someone like Yui should know better. She's experienced in this. She ain't some kind of new girl in the job. She's been doing this for a while. So that's what this episode, if I had to rate it, it's a 4 out of 10. This episode is one of the biggest disappointments I've seen for a Precure episode. Straight up. That, at least those are my thoughts. And yeah, I'll be there to react to the last few episodes though, but this episode really lowered my expectations. The only thing I can say positively is the action was cool. Being talking me angry. Godotz was a villain that actually had a brain because he tried to act to finish off the protagonist. We see Kome come up clutch when she rescues all the girls. And Madai, of course. And not just that, but the voice acting was incredible. So that's where I gotta give credit to the episode. It was just well done from start. From a visual standpoint. From a visual standpoint, it was just done well done from start to finish, and they handled Kome pretty well, all things considered. Pretty much. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching my video, and I hope you have a great day or night, y'all. Bye-bye.